Well, hey there everyone, I'm Alona. Welcome back to my channel and you're welcome if you're new here. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about pronunciation again. Today, I'm gonna be talking about questions with you. We're gonna have a look how native speakers pronounce these questions. We will practice with your listening skills, because this video is gonna be not only about pronunciation, but how to understand native speakers. How to understand their fast speech. So if you want to sound like a native speaker, if you want to understand what they're saying, stay with me. If you don't know how to form questions in English, please watch my video somewhere over here. There I'm talking about subject and object questions in English. Just let's briefly recall how we form regular questions, which are called object questions in English. First of all, we have a question word if we need. For example, what, where, how many, how much, who, etc. Then we put an auxiliary. Do, did, does, will, have, has. Then we put a subject and the verb in the proper form. For example, for the present simple it will be verb in the zero form, like an infinitive without particle to. The same for the past simple, the same for the future simple. If we talk about continuous tenses, we will need ing. For the perfect tenses, we will need past participle, verb ed, or third column of irregular verbs. And then we put all the rest in the sentence what we need. In a sentence, there are usually words in their strong and weak forms. For example, where do you live? Where, question word with stress, because we're really interested in to find out where actually the person lives. Do and you, do is an auxiliary and you is a pronoun, they are not stressed. Live is a verb. That is also a meaningful word. So we stress where and live. If we talk about auxiliaries and pronouns, usually they have their weak forms. That's why when we pronounce them in a fast speech, they have their reduced forms. We don't say you in the long form of it. We say with either u, shorn sound u, you, where do you, or even with the schwa sound, yeah, where do you live, where do you live. The faster you speak, the more schwa sounds you'll have. Schwa sound, which is that sound by the way, is the most common sound in English. Wherever the syllable is no stress, most of the time you'll pronounce with the schwa sound. So let's have a look at the present simple. Actually, that question was a present simple. Do plus you. There are two theories how we can pronounce these two words together. First one, dear, dear, dear. Where do you live? Dear. Where do you live? Dear, dear. Yeah, dear. Or dear, dear, dear. Where do you, dear? Where do you live?
Where do you live? Where do you live?
Where do you live? Where do you live?
Either with the schwa sound or with the u. Where do you? Could you repeat? Dear, dear, dear. Where do you live? Now your turn. Well done. Now let's listen to some other examples being said by native speakers. First of all, listen and then repeat after them.
What do you do? Come on. What do you do? What do you do? Come on. What do you do? What do you do? Come on. What do you do? Come on.
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know?
And there is another variant how to pronounce this question. Listen. Where do you live? Where do you live? Can you hear any difference? The first one, where do you live? Where do you live? The second, Where'd you live? Where'd you live? Where'd you? Right, you probably can hear j. Where'd you? J, j, j. Could you repeat? J. Where'd you live? Let's listen to the native speakers. What can you hear? Check it out, you're listening.
Where'd you live? Where'd you live? Where'd you live?
Let's have a look at some more examples. Listen and repeat again.
Do you have the time? Do you have the time? Do you have the time? Do you have the time?
Where'd you go on holiday? Where'd you go on holiday? Where'd you go on holiday? Where'd you go on holiday?
The next one is did plus you. Again, there are two variants how you can pronounce. Either like did ya? Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go yesterday? Where did you go yesterday?
Where did you go? Where did you go?
Where, stressed because we really want to find out where was the person. Where did you not stress again, we combine, we pronounce it together. Again, did you go? Even you can say like did you, where did you go? Did you go? Did you go? Listen again and repeat.
Where did you go? Where did you go?
Where did you go?
Where did you go? Where did you go?
Well done. Listen to the native speakers and repeat after them to some other examples with D plus U.
What did you see? What did you see? What did you see?
What did you say? Senpai? What did you say? What did you say?
Another variant to pronounce is with J. 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 Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go?
Where did you go? Where did you go?
Could you repeat? Did you? Did you? Where did you go?
Where did you go? Where did you go?
Well done. Let's listen to some more examples. Listen and repeat after the speakers with did you this time.
And how long did you stay? And how long did you stay? And how long did you stay?
What did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
And you can ask me, well, hey Alona, when shall I use did you or did you, do you or did you? Well, the answer is quite interesting. It all depends upon the A, person, B, accent, C, dialect, D, region. Actually, there are a lot of aspects. The idea is the following. Native speakers are different. And some people say that did you with the G sound. It is British accent. Did you is an American accent. Well, actually this did plus you with G sound is rather interesting because there are other questions such as with would. You'll also pronounce like would you, where would you go? Would you like some tea? Would you like some coffee? G, G. Again sound G. Listen and repeat.
Would you like some coffee, Connor? Would you like some coffee, Connor? Would you like some coffee, Connor?
Hey Joey, what would you do if you were omnipotent? Hey Joey, what would you do if you were omnipotent? Hey Joey, what would you do if you were omnipotent?
The same for could. Could plus you. You'll say could you? Could you help me? Could you do it for me? Could you? Could you? Could you? Could you repeat, please? Well done.
Could you give him this? Could you give him this? Did you give him this?
Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that?
Well, and now let's have a look at the present perfect. To create questions in the present perfect, you need have or has, but we're talking about you, so only have plus you. Listen to the example. Have you been to the USA? Have you been to the USA? So we pronounce like have you, have you, have you. Could you repeat? Have you, have you.
Have you been to London? Have you been to London? Have you been to London?
Have you seen him? Have you seen him? Have you seen him?
Well, and if you have a look at the special question in the present perfect, for example, where have you been? There is an interesting thing. You combine a question word with have, and you don't pronounce age, kind of like at all. You'll say have. Where have you been? Where have you been? Been with stress because it is a main verb. Listen again. Where have you been? Listen to the native speaker.
Where have you been? Where have you been?
And now repeat.
Where have you been?
Perfect. One more time. Where have you been? Where have you been? Excellent. Let's listen to some more examples and repeat after the speakers.
What have you done? What have you done? What have you done?
How many have you seen? How many have you seen?
Well, and last, what I want you to have a look is the pronunciation of present continuous tense. To create present continuous with you, you need are plus you. But again, you don't stress here are. Listen, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you? Are you? You pronounce it more like with the schwa sound again. What we stress, you remember, because we stress questions word, and doing is a meaningful word. It's actually the main verb, so we also stress. And are is an auxiliary plus you, we don't stress. So we say, what are you doing? Are you doing? Could you repeat? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Well done. Let's listen to some more examples and repeat after the speakers.
Where you going? 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 Where you going?
Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
Thank you very much for your time. I hope the video was rather useful for you. If it was, please put a like button. I would really appreciate. And see you next time in my next video.